Hi guys, welcome to my individual video project for Telecom Network TCN4211 class with Professor Colleen. And in this video, what I'm going to do, I'm going to have different networking devices, for example, NetGN wireless router and Zoom DOCSIS 3.0 cable modem from Comcast. I'm going to show you how to set up all the connection between these two devices. Having at the end internet connection. Also, I'm going to show you calculations after I create the network to obtain subnets for this specific network. So, like I said, this is my individual video project. My name is Ernesto Davila. This is for Professor Colleen class. I'm part of the Florida International University. This is a disclaimer, and what I would like to say that in the content of this video, it's offered for educational purpose only. It cannot be shared, reproduced, or distributed in any format. Any attempt to use the following information for legal purpose could result in penalization. The main purpose of the video is to show you how to set up and have all the connection ready between this wireless router and the cable modem. And I'm gonna show you, different connections. We're using coaxial cable, using the two Cat5 Ethernet cables and two power supply for the devices. And also I'm using a Toshiba cellular laptop to test at the end, when I have everything ready, the internet connectivity. Also, I'm gonna activate in the wireless router the WPA2 security, so in that way we don't have any type of external access to our network. Hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you so much. Okay guys, so I'm back here again. This is the DOCSIS 3.0 cable modem. I actually bought it from Best Buy. So what I'm gonna show you first the type of connections you will need here, or the power supply, which goes right here, as you can see. And see, it just turned on. We're gonna need the cable, the coaxial cable that's coming straight from the wall from Comcast. Right, we're gonna connect it in here. Here you can see, and we also gonna need the Cat5 Ethernet cable that will go from the Ethernet port to this wireless router. So now this is an NetGear wireless router. It's already set up to factory default, so everything I've been removed. So the yellow cable that we connect to the Ethernet cable, we connect to the modem, right? This one here. The other side, it's gonna go to the yellow port here in the wireless router. Okay, like you can see here. So now we have those devices connected, and we're gonna have, you see, we have different ports here empty. Those ports will facilitate the connection to the other devices. This case, we have I have a desktop here, and I can use an Ethernet cable to connect to that desktop computer. Or in this case, I'm gonna show you guys how to set up the wireless connection. Okay. We're also gonna need the power supply for this, for the NetGear. Okay. Alright guys, so after connecting all the devices together, I'm gonna show you right now how to enter to the setup of the NetGear wireless router and to configure the security.
for the run. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and open the Internet Explorer. So as you can see, we already have internet connection, but I'm using the Ethernet to connect to the router. Okay, so what we want is to set up the wireless connection, and for that we're gonna go to the default IP for that wireless router. Okay, it's gonna ask me for a username and password. For Netgears, the default username and password is admin, and the password is password, all in capital letter. Okay, so as you can see, I'm already into the router, the configuration page. Okay, it's looking for firmware, but we're not gonna do that right now. Firmware update. Okay, so as you can see here, it's getting a dynamic IP from the ISP, which is Comcast, and what is really interested to us right now will be the wireless settings. Okay, so by default the name of the SSID, it's Netgear, so we don't want that. We're gonna change it to something else. Let's see, telecom class. Okay, and we're gonna activate the WPA2 security, right? We're gonna type password, which is gonna be October 20. Okay, and we're gonna hit apply. So what it's gonna do, it's gonna save all this configuration that we already changed, and we're gonna activate the WPA2 security so nobody can access to our network. Okay, so to check that, what we're gonna do is we're gonna disconnect right now the cable. We're gonna close this. I'm gonna first make sure it saves everything. Okay, go down here, check it that everything is being applied. I apply. Okay, I'm gonna log out. Right, you take a little bit, maybe saving everything. Right, so now it's asking again. Let's go back and check. Okay, okay, so we're in. Let's wait for it to load. Let's cancel the firmware update. We don't want that right now. Check the settings. Alright, so everything has been saved. So we're gonna go log out right now. Okay, and we're gonna disconnect the cable. So using our Wi-Fi network connection, I'm gonna look for the name, which is telecom class. So you can see here it's already activated, so it's available for us. I'm gonna try to connect. It's gonna ask for its password, which is October 20. We don't want to share anything in our computer, and as you can see, we're now connected. Alright, that's good. That's what we want. Hi guys, so already connected all the devices, and we saw that everything is correct. So we're gonna check if we have internet connection. So you can see if we go to Google, now we have internet connection. So we activate the security and we have internet connection. So now I'm gonna show you guys how to calculate based on this default IP 192.168.1.0, which is the network that we're using right now. How to calculate 3 more subnets. Okay. So we know that this is a class C. We have class A, class B, class C. Since this is a class C, the first 3 values, 192.168.1, will be reserved for the network IDs, and the last one will be reserved for the host ID. And using knowing that we have to create 3 subnets, we know that we're gonna have to borrow from the, as you guys can see, we're gonna have to borrow from the host 3 bits in order to create those 3 subnets. And having another extra 5 bits and using the formula of 2 to the power of n minus 2 to calculate the number of hosts per subnet, we get that we have 30 hosts per subnet that we can use. So now we need to know, we calculate using the other formula on the number of subnets less than or equal the 2 to the power of n minus 2. We want 3 subnets, and after the calculation we end up to the conclusion that we can create up to 6 subnets, right? Therefore, knowing that we need to borrow 3 bits from the host, we can start calculating our subnet IDs and broadcast IDs. So let's see, we start, for example, let's see we start from 192.168.1.32. That will be our broadcast ID. I'm sorry, that will be our subnet network ID. And we are having 3 bits to borrow. We're going to increase to /27. Therefore, counting 30 hosts from 32, we know that our broadcast ID therefore will be 192.168.1.63/27, and the range will be 192 between 33 and 62. As you can see, 192.168.1.32 and 192.168.1.62/27. And our the next 2 subnets will follow consequently, adding the numbers. So the next subnet ID will be 192.168.1.64 will be our next subnet ID, and the broadcast ID, then we're gonna have to count 30 more, which is 64. We use our calculator. Be 64 plus 30, right, equal 94, right? Because this one was 32 plus 30 equal 62, which is the last one. There will be 94, so the broadcast ID will be 95. Okay, so that's how we calculate our subnets. I hope you guys like my video. Thank you so much for watching.